Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's me, Dazim here, and today we're going to be looking at Call of Duty World War 2 1 month later. I've recently gotten Call of Duty, and obviously I do really enjoy Call of Duty. I am a fan of the whole series, and I loved it since Black Ops 1, which I started and picked up the game, and since then I've just been following through. Call of Duty is probably one of my favorite games, or is my favorite game, and this year they didn't do that bad. Some people are giving this really negative reviews, but I'd say there are some good things and some bad things. So before I depress you guys with all the bad negatives that you've just gone and spent your money on, I'll also go and make you happy and see the good sides of things. If you guys know what I'm saying, you probably don't. Basically, one thing I've noticed in this game that I really do enjoy is probably the guns. The guns are not that terrible. I'd say the best gun you're probably gonna get with the time to kill in this game is probably the STG, and the reason why the weapons are not too bad, like some people say they're terrible, some people say they're trash, the reason why they're not too bad is because they're kind of balanced out. It depends on the way you're using your weapon. Let's say you're using a submachine gun and you're going in for a long range kill. Of course that's going to take a little bit longer than an assault rifle would, or just a sniper would. And the reason why they've made this so realistic is because in some other games, like Treyarch's games, you would get submachine guns that could still tear people from across the map, like the Razorback in Black Ops 3. That gun was insane. That should have just been an assault rifle. That was a hybrid of the two, so it was kind of weird. This game, they've pretty much just balanced out each weapon to each category. The shotguns, no one really tends to use them that much. I think the shotguns are the only disappointments in the game, just because the shotguns don't really always do what they're meant to. Like, if you guys get that sense, you probably don't, but if you ever use the shotgun, you probably understand what I mean. Another thing is the time to kill. Time to kill is not that bad, and the reason why is because it depends. This game is very, very fair on the fact that if you shoot first, you usually end up winning the gunfight, but there is an issue with that. You see, some weapons you can have a 1 second time to kill, which is insanely fast in my opinion. Some of you may disagree and say that's really slow, but 1 second for me is really fast in killing someone, and this can be a huge issue. You've just started getting shot, you don't even have time to turn. If your sensitivity is really low, you don't even have time to turn and shoot that person. They've literally won that gunfight from the first bullet, because that's how these games should work, to be honest. I feel like that's the fair way to play the games and play any Call of Duty. It's just that you get that shot first and the person's off guard, or maybe they're shooting back. You should be basically winning, I'd say, about 75% of those gunfights. And the reason why this game is not brilliant but is okay with the time to kill is because some weapons takes 3 seconds, and also the PPSH probably takes about 3 seconds in my opinion. It's just like, I don't know, I've had some really terrible games with that, but there is some kind of fluctuation between the time to kill. Again, PPSH did good for me. I went 22 and 3. I got paratroopers with it, which is really, really good for something that takes 3 seconds to kill someone. So I don't understand how the weapons work yet, but I think they will be fixing that, so don't worry, Christmas noobs. If you still want to get the game, just keep going for it. Don't give up. The game is not that trash. Just go for it. One thing that I really hate is the supply drop system. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, as bad as it was with the supply drop system by adding weapons, before the weapons came, that was like the best thing ever. Honestly, I'd say that like that was my favorite Call of Duty for supply drops in general, beating Advanced Warfare. I know Advanced Warfare is made by Sledgehammer Games, and you know, Sledgehammer Games do kind of make the good Call of Duties. I mean, Advanced Warfare wasn't that bad, okay? People give that a hard time. It was not that bad. Come on, guys. Like, maybe you don't like boots off the ground. Personally, I don't mind either. Either's fine. So if Treyarch wanted to make another boots off the ground game, I wouldn't really mind that. I mean, people rage, but I just don't care. I'm just a fan of Call of Duty. So I'd say that the game, and the game is really good so far. But the thing is, Sledgehammer have an issue with the supply drops. I mean, you can give people random rare supply drops, which is really good, by the way. Like, I do tend to get those. I've gotten about 2 now, but they are very hard to get. Like, it's just random and you luck at the time. So if you do get one, you're a very lucky person. If you get them a lot, like two games in a row, 3 games in a row, you're insane, buddy. But like, honestly, I'd say, yeah, it's okay. It's not that bad with the supply drops, but the issue is there's no like currency. Like, you have this kind of salvage thingy or armory points or whatever you call it that you can use to get contracts, and you earn those by like waiting the hour or something, or just getting contracts completed. And you just get those little points and you can use to buy more contracts. But the contracts are really hard, and that's an issue. Like, I'd say if you're just like a newcoming player or you don't understand the games, just hold off on contracts until you're sure you can take it, because some of them is like getting 35 kills in 10 minutes. So you basically have the amount of 1 game to get 35 kills, and if you can't do that in this game, then I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be using contracts. And this is very bad for some players, because like, if they extended that to 20 minutes, I would understand. 20 minutes is very nice. They could also increase the price of that 1 contract. But if they didn't extend that and they just left it at 10 minutes to get 35 kills, it would just be really hard to do. I mean, I didn't really enjoy the contract usage. I used it the first day and I just kept failing them, and I didn't know if it was good or not. Like, I kept on doing it because I wanted to get these supply drops, and I just decided to hold off on the contracts and just play the game. You do get supply drops from doing your daily orders, so make sure to do those. It's the rarity of supply drops doesn't really matter for me at the moment. I feel like I've even gotten heroics from the normal ordinary supply drops, so you don't really have to worry about rare supply drops too much, guys. Don't really grind those out too much. But again, if you do like unlocking cool stuff, I'd say that is your better option right there. Map design, not too bad. I'll give Treyarch about 7 out of 10 on maps, just because the maps are really good for gameplay, which is the most important thing. But they do get really kind of dark and repetitive, and you're just playing the same maps. Again, map choices, not really that much to choose from. You only have like 9 maps in total, I'm sure. But I think they can help people out with the DLCs, so hopefully when those come around, you should be having some fun with your maps. Campaign is probably a 9 out of 10. Campaign is just brilliant. If you haven't seen that yet, make sure to go check it out. It's really cool. You know, go play it. If you still have the game and you haven't played the campaign because you're an online basher like myself, just make sure to hop over whenever you have free time, or whenever you're just not doing anything. Maybe on the Christmas that you get the game before you go into multiplayer, just go on the campaign, enjoy yourself a little bit, get a feel of all the weapons, because you do get to do that on the campaign. They usually extend all the guns, so you do get to use about everything in the game during the campaign, which is really good for all you newcomers. So yeah, I'd say that's about it. This game overall would get about 8 out of 10 for Call of Duty. Last year, Black Ops 3 would have probably, last year's game would have probably got 4 out of 10, Infinite Warfare being it's so, and Black Ops 3 would probably get about the same 8 out of 10, because these games do have a very vast community. I mean, this is like Call of Duty's comeback apparently, but you know, I didn't think Call of Duty went away. I just thought they fell off track a little bit, and now they're back. So yeah, this should be good. And yeah, so make sure to go get the game. Leave a like if this video has changed your mind about like, anything in the game. Maybe if you don't like a certain thing, and that's it. The headquarters doesn't really matter. I just added this part as a bonus. The headquarters does not really matter too much. I'd say the headquarters is just, it's a thing that's there. Sometimes it has some bugs, but you don't really have to use it. I mean, there's ways you can just do stuff without going to the headquarters, so don't worry about that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. It's been Azim. You can call me Kazim, and I'll see you in the next one.